Hi everyone, this is Wenyi. This is my recorded presentation for the Virtual Consultancy Challenge, and I will start from the focus of our project as well as how I've approached over the course of the challenge, followed by the challenges overcome by our group mates where we have with them, and the last bit is the lessons that I've learned from this project. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we go. Our group is Group 49, which was in charge of operating the launch of a booking system for CP Sport, a rental service for their beneficiaries with cerebral palsy, and taking sport to them since they can't deliver the sporty events. This service is due to launch mid to late July, and CB Sport wanted support setting up operational systems and devising launch and promotional materials. So therefore, their beneficiaries will be able to rent the race running frames and the football frames in order for them to take part those sports at home. So our key arms are to work on 4 aspects of the work. So the first one is to ambassador brief, which was to create a brief for the ambassadors where we described who cerebral palsy sport were to any potentially new ambassadors, as well as refreshing the mind of existing ambassadors. The second bit is the promotional work, which is based on 5 institutions where the CB Sports new rental services could be targeted towards or advertising, and which includes finding potential partner groups. The third bit is to design a poster that will promote the rental services, and also a FAQ poster would be needed as well. The last bit is the social media, which was to create content for the social media that would advertise the rental services, and we were asked to come up with some longer, more informative content and shorter advertisement style content. So basically, my role at the team initially as the main point of contact, just communicate with the clients, sending and receiving emails on behalf of our group at the first point, and negotiate the presentation appointment with clients, as well as update our work in progress on a weekly basis. So as for the main task, I was mainly in charge of the poster design, which involves learning and using an online platform called Truncate. So the layout of the whole poster involves a streamlined design from the top to the bottom by using one line to connect, and this represents running and moving forward without stop, which is a complement to the slogan "Free to Move." It also motivates the cerebral palsy patients to keep moving without fail or obstacles. And I also think strongly from the perspective of the color. For example, the green was chosen as the background and the main color system, since green is a color of life, new nature and energy. It is also associated with the meanings of growth, harmony, and freshness. Plus, the red and yellow are also chosen as a combination for colors, not only because it's eye-catching, but also because this combination just conveys excitement, warmth, and enthusiasm. It inspired the people into the action of booking our race running and frame football frames, as well as having a positive outlook on life. So let's move on to the second part of my presentation. The whole project went smoothly and all of us cooperated pretty well. So as an individual, I felt enthusiasm for this project since it was my very first time to get down to a real case as well as work with clients directly, and therefore I was very proactive and positive on this project by contributing regularly. I was willing to compromise and take responsibility for the work that I assigned to me. And more importantly, by watching the weekly videos posted on Moodle, I started to take a proportion of time to reflect, which is a huge progress for me to amend some of the mistakes and prevent future ones. As a group, all of us make sure we have commitment from each team member that the others can deliver their part. And it was amazing that all of us did what we said we would do, which is pretty cool. And also we had a really clear structure of working, like holding weekly check-ins, talk to each other on our progress, as well as mapping out our plan for the next week. Alongside this, it's worth appreciating that our initial towards the goal by asking for feedback and offering feedback on a regular basis. So for example, we normally will ask, what do you think of my part? Or someone just respond, I think this bit needs some improvement, and we are never afraid of asking questions when we have one. As for the challenges, we don't specifically have a big one. If we have to say so, it could be that one of our previous teammates, Nemo, dropped off due to her personal issues in the third week, and she was in charge of the social media part. But she actually left nothing before she dropped off. So the rest of us four have to divide her part into four. And in order to deal with this, we call on an urgent meeting, analyze the whole situation, and we divided her part into four, as I previously said. And everybody come up with spread pictures as well as social media post content. And luckily, in the end, we hit the deadline. So moving on to my reflection of the whole project, and I think through the amazing task, I personally benefited a lot. I've understood the complexity and importance of virtual promotion. Finding the right balance between the information and being artist-pleasing is quite difficult. But this task has helped us understand the delicacy of the balance in a better way. And also I have learned vital team working skills from this task, specifically the ability to work together virtually. And also previously we have not experienced how to work over Microsoft Teams or Zoom meetings, but this task showed us how useful such platforms can be in sharing flyers and communicating across large distances. And I also gained valuable time management and organization skills by setting frequent deadlines that we all met every week. We also had to be flexible and change meeting times to match each other's commitments, which showed how we could adapt to challenges for the benefit of our teammates. And it's worth saying from the outside that one thing that does unexpect me is that this project doesn't have that much workload as I imagined, because I thought it would be an intense one, but it's actually not. This challenge definitely helped my skills on team management, project management, and presentation skills up to the next level. And it also equipped myself for the employability skills on virtual platform communication, as well as collaborating completely virtually. Right, thank you all for organizing this virtual challenge during this pandemic, and I really benefited a lot. Indeed, I would love to participate again if possible.